Hey guys! So I felt like making this spontaneous video and just to give you a little rundown on the collection or an update and also a few ideas for guys that think that they don't have enough space to have a collection. So the space where I have my collection is actually a walk-in closet space. So this is what it's looking like. I have a tiny laptop desk right there, and the rest is obviously the collection. So that was just a little idea to begin with. So what do we have here to start with? So these are a few posters from Burger King. Beautiful art. Here we have the Smuggler's Run Millennium Falcon that I got to put on the wall. Maybe you guys are curious on how it's actually hanging there. Hard to see, but it's a specific bracket that was bought for it. Here we have the plush Chewbacca. I love that guy. Tag is still on him. A few pics from the May the North Be With You convention. It's the first time I meet people that were involved in the making of the Star Wars movie, like Roger Christian. So to Nelson, with best wishes, Roger Christian. I have a Jim Swearingen signed picture here, and also a Paul Blake signed picture here. La Guerra del Regreso, La Guerra de las Galaxias, El Regreso del Jedi by Lily Letty. So this is the scarcer Lily Letty Millennium Falcon. So encased in acrylic. Lily Letty Vader, 12-inch right there. It's the only one I have from Lily Letty. I'm looking to actually start completing that set. Probably Leia would be next. Next to it, we have the Glass-Leet Brazilian TIE Interceptor. So I try to have a few pieces that are representative of Star Wars from, let's say, around the world. I'm not near anywhere having a piece from every country that ever produced something Star Wars, but here we have a nice Brazilian piece by Glass-Leet, and I have these 3D printed. This is a GDE, or La Guerre des Étoiles Pyramid logo TIE Fighter. So GDE pieces account from about 10% of what was made in the United States by Kenner. Only 10% of that number was probably produced by Kenner Canada or Irwin Toys. Here it's some Peruvian stuff. We have the 12-inch Chewbacca by Bassa, the 2 lunchboxes they ever made. I know they're not in the best of condition, but they're so rare that owning them just makes me happy. In the back, you can't really see it. You have a sort of sticker calendar or album that's Peruvian as well from 1983. Here we have the Droid Factory complete with the 3rd-legged R2. Here we have a sign that would hang in record stores back in the late 70s when the Star Wars movie came out. I love this piece. It's just one of those beautifully printed pieces in hard cardboard. Sadly, there is a crease running through it. It was shipped not well protected, and it almost broke, but it's not. It's still solid. In the back, I'm sorry, Yoda, you're hiding 12-inch puppet with the Dagobah playset. So if we go up here, the AT-AT, he's out of the box right there. We have a TIE Fighter wing signed by Jim Swearingen. And also hiding in the back as, let's say, a little bit of backdrop, you have the Rebel Command Center, which is one of the Sears exclusives playset, and the figures that came with the playset. So now we're going to go right here. I actually put them in the center now. You have the whole 12-inch line. It's the whole lineup. So Ben Kenobi, Vader, C-3PO, Jawa, Boba Fett, which I love, Luke in the back. In the front, you have R2-D2, IG-88, Han Solo, Stormtrooper, Chewbacca, and Leia. So I am proud to say that it's almost complete and they're in very good condition. If you guys have a keen eye and collect vintage Star Wars, the question would be, what accessory is missing? And yes, it's a hard one to come by. The bombs from IG-88. I do not like Repro. That's a personal choice of mine, so I'm just waiting to buy the original bandolier and bombs for IG-88. So what do we have down here? So this is the whole cabinet down here. On top, we have a Lili Ledy Snow Speeder. So you're probably going to ask, what's the difference? Well, that's the 3D printed sign. You see the box in the back clearly says Lili Ledy, and it's written in Spanish, Guerra de las Galaxias, El Retorno del Jedi, and it's called a Snow Falcon. That's what the Snow Speeder is called in Spanish. It's the Rebel Armored Snow Speeder, or Halcón de las Nieves, the Snow Falcon, or Falcon from the Snows. So that's pretty cool. And the vehicle is actually different, but those are the variations that some of us Star Wars geeks trip on. So the screws are totally different. They're straight flatheads, and inside the molding for the cockpit is a very, very simple molding. And the way the lights are hooked up, the way the wiring is done, is also different for the Lili Ledy Snow Speeder. So again, molding differences on the guns, on the front dashboard, which you can't see because it's inside the case, the screws, and the electric wiring. Here we have a book by Roger Christian that was signed to me too. Here we have a, let's see if I can get that, La Revanche des Jedi box, battle damaged TIE Fighter. So that is the only toy ever to be produced with a Revenge of the Jedi box, and it was produced here in Canada and written in French. So that's a beautiful piece. We have La Guerre des Étoiles, again, Canadian box Creature Cantina playset, and the iconic Sandcrawler. Love the Sandcrawler. I don't have the box. I wish I did. This guy right here is the Lili Ledy Jawa. You can tell from his eyes and the color of his limbs discolor a little pinkish. The bandolier is more purplish, and we can call the eyes probably almond eyes, or some call them grain of rice eyes. Here we have some strictly Mexican pieces. In the back, it is the Jabba the Hutt playset with the Lili Ledy, not instructions, but well, you see that little warranty certificate. So the differences are the squishy head, a very, very silicone-like squishy head. Notice how the discoloration of the limbs go with this type of Jabba figure. It only happens to him. The plastic is bluer on where his pipe is hanging, and there's differences on the COO under as well. Here in front, you have a Juanin Creations, or Creaciones Juanin. They were sharpeners, licensed by Lucasfilm. It's crazy how these were licensed. They're not bootlegs. So you have Vader, you have Wicket, you have Yoda, Admiral Akbar, and the Gamorrean Guard. The set is complete. It takes time to complete a whole set. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but it is hard to get these. Another GDE box pyramid logo. And here you have two land speeders. So why is there two land speeders? The variations are apparent if you take them out of the acrylic box. One was made in Australia. So for the Canadian land speeder, you could actually get made in Australia land speeder boxed in a GDE logo box, or you can get the standard Kenner one. Both were shipped to Canada in GDE boxes, so I have both land speeders there. This is a still work in progress in my research. Apparently it's a rare Canadian Jabba the Hutt. The COO is normal, but the head is almost as squishy as the Lili Ledy, so I'm looking into that. Here we have some banks that were given in Bancomer, Mexico in the 80s. You have the Yoda bank, which is a beautiful, beautiful mold. And as you can see, Yoda even has a mustache. These were licensed by Lucasfilms. The Vader is, wow, it's I can say very, very typical of the Mexican type of art. It's beautifully done. This is a bootleg piece. And in the back, another one of the Sears Exclusives playset, the Jabba the Hutt Dungeon. I'm missing the R2 to complete the set of 3 of these banks. It's the hardest one. I'm going to move here. I'm going to focus on something that's really close to me. I love this complete set of Yupi Colombian figures. Most of you know me because I collect these. So right here we have something that is not Star Wars. It's the Yupi mascot. So these used to come in snack packs. I have an original snack pack right here. As you can tell, this was actually garbage. Somebody did their due diligence for me in Colombia. These are trash. So how was this found? I have a friend in Colombia which actually goes to elementary schools and digs in the backyard of elementary schools or parks and tries to find this old, what is trash for some people, from the 80s, old snack packs. And this is an actual UP snack pack from the 80s that used to carry these Star Wars LFL licensed figures. So this is the complete set. They come in 7 colors. My set, I would still say, is modest because I have the most available colors. The rarest ones would be red, would be gray, and white. But pink, green, blue, and black are a little bit more common. What is really not common is this sealed Yupi bag, which were sold when the promotion with the snack packs stopped. So they put them in these plastic bags and they put them in department store floors. Not a lot of these bags survived. If you do your research, there is probably right now 5 of us. So when I say 5 of us, a few collectors that have actually come up with these bags in their collections. They're very, very rare, very scarce. So that is the Yupi complete figure set from Colombia. If I move a little bit here on top, this is a beautiful bootleg piece by Urias from Spain. I think it's my quirkiest piece. Some people are going to say, wow, that's awesome. Some people are going to say that's horribly beautiful. It's a cork gun. And the only thing that makes it Star Wars is the Vader sticker, which is original. That's how it shipped. Finding the box is next to impossible, but I got to find one by my friend Marcos of Rincón del Juguete that shipped this to me from Spain. So in the back, you have the Canteen Adventure set, another Sears exclusive, the Darth Vader Star Destroyer vehicle or playset. Here we have another Spanish bootleg on top. This is by Bernabeu Gisbert. And the box is what's actually special on this piece, because the actual metralleta, the actual ray gun or space gun, had already been used in other toys that Bernabeu Gisbert put out, but they profited from the Star Wars era, if I can say, and put out this box. Clearly says Guerra de las Galaxias with Darth Vader in the back, and there's art all over the box where you actually see Luke using the ray gun against Darth Vader, but I'm not going to put the box down right now. Right there is the Millennium Falcon GDE as well, La Guerre des Étoiles French-Canadian box. The Falcon is right there. So we have that. We have a B-Wing right here and a beautiful acrylic stand, decals on applied. Why not a beautiful piece? We all love this piece. The Death Star Space Station playset. We have the box in the back. Here we have a piece that is, very dear to me. I'll let you read it. So it's the Regal Toy plush Jawa, which was only produced in Canada. Here we have it. And this one was in the collection of Lisa Stevens and Vic Wertz, and was shipped with the certificate of authenticity by Steve Sansweet. And here we have it. This is an awesome piece that I'm super, super happy to own. Here we have the Takara shelf. So all the action-packed R2-D2s by Takara are here. I don't want to go through each and every one of them, but they're there, so you can all see them. And even hiding right here is the wind-up R2, which was only sold in Japan and in Canada. And this is particularly very, very special. So we have the coat caps, all 50 of them, in their vacuform tray. A very, very hard piece to come by complete. So that is the Takara shelf, and even the promotional Fujibank right here, which is a soft vinyl. So a few other pieces, the sleeve one with the box, Chewbacca's bandolier. Here we have a Palitoy Rancor. So the differences are in the eyes and in the COO under his arm. There's no black on the eyes. If you notice, it's just a little white peck. And under the arm, it actually says UK. This one's by Palitoy. And the box, if you can see it right there, says made in England. So that is that. What else do we have here? So the Y-Wing, the Millennium Falcon. This is another GDE Canadian box, Guerre des Étoiles X-Wing. A Hungarian bootleg original cardback. Again, hard to come by. I just like pieces from different countries in my collection. If you've noticed so far, there's been Mexico, Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Canada, Japan. Here we have Hungary. Another one of the playsets, which is a Sears exclusive, Cloud City playset. It's in great condition inside with the instructions and all. Here we have a Russian piece by Oritet, still on the sprue, the Chewbacca from the 90s, early 90s, probably 90, 91. Land of the Jawas, and another complete Jabba the Hutt playset. What do we have here to finish? The R2-D2 plush with a tag that was never used. It's unpunched. And here again, what makes this one rarer is that is the Canadian box radio-controlled R2-D2. You can see on the right side it says R2-D2 télécommandé. So you have the whole collection, guys, and it's in a tiny space, no bigger than a walk-in closet. I hope you enjoyed this. I will post it, and thanks for watching. Ciao.